Alright, guys, what's going on? Hey there,
Yes.
Chief. No, hey there.
Today we're going to talk about a game that is a sequel to a timeless classic that many of you probably have never even heard of. And I know I've only seen in person once and will probably never see again
Same
unless I
here.
get lucky.
Qbert's Cubes, ladies and gentlemen. The bingo of Qbert,
Yes. I guess you
which
should
is
look
not a
at it.
bad thing. It's
It's
I
a
just
fun
find it
game.
hilarious.
I like it. Oh, yeah.
It's really funny. It's hilarious. It was more challenging than a regular Qbert, I gotta say. And it's
Oh, yeah.
pretty, for all those who don't know anything about this game, it's pretty much bingo. You've got to move the cubes in such a way that the cubes rotates, and if you match them up, then you get a bingo, and then you win the game. But
Yep.
lo and
Right.
behold, there are other squiggly creatures that are trying to eat you, and your gigantic mouth nose thing. Will you survive, or will you just hop off and commit suicide? Well, you gotta play the game to figure that out. Anyway,
That's right.
I highly enjoyed this game. This game is super awesome. This game,
It is.
like,
I wish
Q-
it was around more.
yeah, like I think Cubert's either my number one or number two behind Dragon Slayer. I don't even
I
remember, but it's like,
That's respectable. I can respect that. That's a
yeah,
good choice.
I had no idea that this like one would be better than Qbert, but this one I would think is better than Qbert because not only are you just trying to hop and just change the color of the cubes, like it's like multi-layered cubes. They're like many different colors, and you gotta like match them up perfectly. It's even more challenging, a lot more risk, a lot more reward. I really did enjoy it. Qbert kind of upped his game here, and yeah, like this is something that is kind of I'm noticed with many arcade games like Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., whatever, Donkey Kong 3 or whatever, like
Yeah.
among others, I guess, or like
Uh-huh.
Street Fighter 2. They're the same game. They just maybe have different characters and different graphics, that's pretty much it. Qbert,
Well,
uh, more or less.
that's cool, but
More or less, but Qbert's Cubes is like a whole different. It's almost like an entirely different game. There's like a whole different like level or element to this game that I found absolutely interesting. And this is
it's like when they jumped from Donkey Kong Jr. to Donkey Kong 3. I agree. Where the original and Junior were both, platformers and puzzle type, and then 3 was completely bizarre and was a shoot 'em up. A
yeah,
vertical shooter. That's what you call that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta
With this,
change the gaming aspect of it, and I really did enjoy Qbert's Cubes. It is one of it's probably replaces the original Qbert for me, just barely, but like it's up there.
interesting. For me, I was really, really happy that I actually saw this thing for real. I didn't know this was going to be there. It's so rare to find it that the thought of it being at this place, it didn't even cross my mind for a second. And I was like, oh, there's Qbert. Oh my God, that's Qbert's Cubes. Oh my God. Oh my God. And
I thought this was just like a fan edit of it. Like there's another one that was like
what?
faster Qbert. I thought that was just like a variation of that, but I guess it wasn't because it's a whole different game that's actually real.
It is. It's just good luck finding one. You're this one makes probably Time Warp by Sega look easy to find. Uh, this game is so obscure that you'd have better luck building a Qbert's cubes from a Qbert cabinet from scratch than you would actually finding a real one.
So are
And
there
I
like
mean
only two in existence?
that's not that rare, but it's just here we can find out.
Oh,
And
let
while I look
us.
this, uh, I would like to say that I love Qbert, the original one. That's definitely in my top 10 arcade games of all time. I don't know if I'd put it at number one. For me, number one's probably got to be Pac-Man. I love me some Pac-Man, but
I love Pac-Man too, but then again, it's just like, it's pretty simple. Whereas I don't know what it is about Qbert. Qbert is like the game, my game, I guess.
I like it too. See, a lot of these games are just really, they're just kind of all on par with each other. Like a lot of these I would have them tie with each other, and they're all great for different reasons.
Yeah.
So, Qbert's Cubes. Let's see. Let's go to the killer list of video games. By the way, if anyone watching this is interested in learning more about arcade games in general, please check out the killer list of video games at arcade-museum.org. We're not trying to sponsor them or anything. They're a great nonprofit organization. And,
yes, we are trying to sponsor them. Where are we sponsoring again?
We're sponsoring Linden Enterprises.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take a look here. If my computer will cooperate. There we go. All right, so Qbert, type that in. There it is. So, released in 1983. Wow, that's probably why it didn't work so well. Let's see. This game ranks a 12 on a scale out of 100. And that's how uncommon it is in a census of ownership records. That's actually more common than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would have told how many they made, but I guess it doesn't. Anyway, with that being said, it's far, far more rare in a dedicated form to find it than Qbert. As a matter of fact, for all I know, it could just be a conversion kit. I'm not totally certain, but it looks like the same cabinet. Anyway, a great game. It took the concept of the original Qbert and it changed it up, and it added some nice touches that made it more entertaining in some ways. My favorite part's when you complete the level and Qbert bounces on the trampoline at the bottom. I thought that was a nice touch. And just the idea of seeing the blocks rotate, that's pretty cool. So, I don't know if I'd say it's necessarily that much better than standard Qbert. In my opinion, I have about the same amount of fun playing both, but it's a very cool one, and it's rare. So if you ever see one, please play it, because you may never see it again. You can definitely find it at the Chicago metro area's Galloping Ghost Arcade. That is where you can definitely see it.
Yeah, I mean, I really did enjoy the first Qbert. I like this better than the original Qbert. I don't know why. It's just, again, it adds a little bit more dimension, a little bit more gameplay to it than just, hopping on the squares and then just after that, that's the end of the game. It's like a different layer of like Pac-Man,
It's also got a bonus stage. I don't think the original Qbert has that.
Yeah.
It might. Actually, I think the original does, but in Qbert's Cubes, they made it a more pronounced thing, at least.
Yeah, it's like...
It's about Qbert. My memory's escaping me for whatever reason right now, but...
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Qbert is just... This game is even more amazing because it's like adding another, like... Maybe like So it's like, imagine if I guess Pac-Man, you have that maze, right? But imagine like a maze to the next corner of that maze, and then you have to get all those type of things. It's kind of like that, I guess, like a book almost. You get what I'm designing, I guess, right here. Like
The idea, it's the same thing with the transition from Pac-Man to Miss Pac-Man. It built upon it in a very similar way, where Miss Pac-Man adds more, like it gives you different types of mazes, and it changes some gameplay mechanics to make it more randomized and less predictable, and
yeah, more or
the
less.
fruits the cutscenes are more entertaining, and
Yeah, that type of thing.
it's
Anyway,
the same idea.
This is a solid game. I'd give
It
this
is.
game. I'd give this game probably an A plus. I really did enjoy this. It's one of my favorites. I'd gladly go and I would gladly buy this. I'd pop $2K for it.
I don't know if I'd pop $2,000 for it, but yeah, I would if I got an opportunity to get one and it wasn't ridiculously expensive. Then, yeah, I think I'd get it.
What would your grade be?
A plus for
A
sure.
plus.
Most that is a good game. They don't make a lot of them like that anymore.
Yes. I was gonna say, if it was less than an A plus, I would be thoroughly mad at you.
Yeah. Hey, I would be mad at me too. It's a good game. If they would have released it just like Donkey Kong 3, if it came out the prior year in 82, it would have done very well and it wouldn't be rare. I guarantee it. It's a good game and people definitely would have played the shit out of it. But it came out post Crash in 83 and yeah, it just kind of no one really paid attention to it. They just thought, it's probably like this Atari ET. It's just a same game, but it's 90 different. Kind of over the fad. I think I'll save my money on buying some more 80s hair products instead. I don't know, but
IDK.
That's what happened. And
it's very sad.
with that, I think it is. It is. Fortunately, and this is what I'll end it with, if you happen to own a Qbert cabinet, you can actually buy a kit that will convert your Qbert circuit board into a multi-Qbert, where you can play.
Want to hear
This is
the most annoying sound in the world?
I can't do it right now. My larynx is a little hosed from a recent sinus infection, but I'm coming back. Anyway, yeah, get that upgrade kit. You can play Qbert, faster, harder, more challenging Qbert, Qbert's Cubes, and I think there's like a 7-Eleven Qbert. I don't know why. I think it was some kind of weird.
7-Eleven Qbert.
I'm not making this up. I guess there's a partnership. One of them's like Coca-Cola sponsored or Pepsi sponsored.
Well, now I gotta play 7-Eleven Qbert.
You'll just have to look it up. Probably not notable enough for us to do a review on it, but it's cool.
It is. We just gotta find one.
I guess we'll see. They don't have any machines for that.
Of course not, because it's just
But
that
yeah.
big of an idea.
If you want to play the game and you don't want to spend a fortune tracking down the real machine, upgrade your Qbert to the 4-in-1 or 8-in-1, whatever it is, and you're good to go.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of Qbert's Cubes.
It's a great game. We hope you think so too.
Heck yeah.
And
is it good or is it bad? Comment, let us know, subscribe, ring that bell. More content come your way, and take care.
From our family to yours, we hope you have a wonderful day. Take it easy.